Ahoy and welcome to Spectrum Sphere, a diverse world of discovery. Before we set sail on our adventure through the swashbuckling history of Caribbean piracy, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to join our crew. Ready for an epic journey? Let's dive into the tales of the seven seas. If you're enjoying our voyage through the vast ocean of knowledge, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Spectrum Sphere. Your support helps us continue exploring a plethora of topics from all across the spectrum. Now, let's set our sights on the horizon and keep the adventure going. Piracy in the Caribbean Sea burgeoned in the 16th century as European powers vied for New World riches. A nexus for trade routes and treasure-laden ships, these waters bred a lawless era where swashbuckling buccaneers became both legendary and feared, carving a tumultuous chapter into the fabric of maritime history. As Spanish galleons laden with New World gold and silver made their way back to Europe, the alluring treasures drew the attention of opportunists on the high seas. These waters soon became a hotbed for piracy, marking the beginning of an era where the Caribbean Sea swirled with tales of plunder and adventure. No tale of Caribbean piracy is complete without mention of its most infamous captains. Among them, Blackbeard, with his fearsome appearance, and Calico Jack, known for his distinctive Jolly Roger flag, became legends. These icons pioneered a wave of piracy that left an indelible mark on maritime history. Pirate hideouts played a key role in the success of buccaneers. Islands like Tortuga and the secluded coves of Nassau provided safe havens where pirates could repair their ships, plan their assaults, and share their spoils, all while evading the reach of naval forces dispatched to bring them to justice. Contrary to popular belief, pirate crews often operated under a set of rules known as the Pirate Code of Conduct. This governance system, while not lawful, included democratic practices where captains were elected and decisions were made collectively. Such codes also dictated the distribution of loot, discipline, and even compensation for injury. While pirates operated outside the law, privateers held a legal status with letters of marque granted by governments. These documents authorized them to attack enemy ships during wartime, blurring the lines between sanctioned naval warfare and piracy. Privateers were, in essence, the state-sanctioned counterpart to the outlaws of the seas. Pirates favored fast and nimble ships, like sloops and brigantines, for their raiding ventures. They modified these vessels for rapid attacks and quick getaways, reinforcing them to handle heavy cannons. This adaptability was pivotal, as it allowed pirates to both outmaneuver larger ships and ensure their plundering was ruthlessly efficient. As we turn the pages of piracy's tumultuous saga, we reach the pinnacle known as the Golden Age of Piracy. This era witnessed the most notorious pirates command the seas, with daring escapades that have fueled legends and lore. From the early 1600s to the 1730s, piracy was in its heyday, reshaping the Caribbean's fortunes and its very history. In response to the mounting pirate threat, European powers took decisive action. They bolstered their navies and dispatched warships to patrol the Caribbean waters, determined to safeguard their precious cargo routes. These concerted efforts marked the beginning of a relentless crusade to extinguish the flames of piracy once and for all. As we delve deeper, we encounter Port Royal, Jamaica, a city notorious for its lax morals and lawlessness. This bustling port swiftly gained notoriety as the ultimate pirate haven, offering safe harbor to those seeking refuge from the law. Its streets brimmed with stolen wealth, and it became a symbol of pirate infamy. Amidst the conflict, the Caribbean Sea witnessed relentless clashes between pirate fleets and the colonial navies of England, Spain, and France. These naval battles were ferocious, with both sides vying for dominance over the lucrative shipping routes. Tales of epic confrontations on the high seas have become the stuff of legend. As the age of piracy reached its zenith, the tide began to turn. Colonial powers, exasperated by the constant threat to their ships, intensified their efforts to capture and punish pirates. When caught, these seafaring outlaws faced swift trials, often leading to public executions that served as stern warnings to others. Sailing beyond the swashbuckling tales, We're immersed in the enigma of purported riches, pirate treasures shrouded in mystery. These hidden hoards, allegedly buried in the sands of time, have sparked countless quests for infamous caches, like Captain Kidd's treasure, rumored to be stashed somewhere within the Caribbean's labyrinth of islands. As the age of piracy waned, colonial empires bolstered their navies, clamping down on the once rampant buccaneering. Curtailing the freedoms of the high seas, these powerful fleets patrolled the waters with renewed vigor, closing the chapter on the era when pirates boldly claimed the Caribbean as their own lawless dominion. As rampant piracy declined, the Caribbean began to witness a significant shift. Former pirates, incentivized by royal pardons and the prospect of stable income, gradually hung up their cutlasses to embrace legitimate commerce and trade, laying the cornerstone for what would become the bustling markets and trade hubs we see in the Caribbean today. Piracy's heyday brought incessant disruptions to colonial trade routes, profoundly impacting the economic landscape. The persistent threat forced European powers to invest heavily in naval defense and colonial security, which inadvertently stimulated economic growth in shipbuilding and military sectors, reflecting a complex interplay between unlawful plunder and the evolution of colonial economies. The swashbuckling tales of Caribbean pirates haven't just faded into history, they've been romanticized and immortalized in modern media. From the swaying palms of treasure islands in literature to the devil-may-care anti-heroes of blockbuster films, pirate lore sails on, shaping our cultural imagination and continuing to capture hearts and minds worldwide. Turning from legend to tangible history, recent archaeological excavations have unearthed relics of the pirate era, painting a vivid picture of life on the high seas. From sunken ships nestled on ocean floors to hidden caches of coins and weapons, these findings provide a factual glimpse into the remarkably tumultuous lives of Caribbean pirates. Now, the swashbuckling past fuels a bustling pirate-themed tourism industry in the Caribbean. From guided tours of notorious pirate hideouts to themed attractions and reenactments, visitors can immerse themselves in the adventurous spirit of the age. The allure of pirates turns history into a captivating experience for travelers of all ages. Piracy legends continue to cast their spell on the Caribbean, significantly shaping its economy. The stories of buccaneers and treasure quests have transformed into lucrative tourism ventures. Islands capitalize on this rich history, offering pirate-themed attractions and festivals that celebrate their swashbuckling heritage, thus attracting millions of visitors annually. As we delve further into the past, efforts are underway to conserve and preserve historic pirate sites dotted across the Caribbean. These locations are not only key to understanding the era's history, but are also treasured as cultural landmarks. Initiatives include archaeological digs, restorations, and protective legislation to maintain these relics for posterity. In the Caribbean today, nations embrace their swashbuckling history with a sense of pride. Pirate lore is woven into the fabric of local culture through festivals, museum exhibits, and even national monuments. This homage pays respect to the complex legacy pirates left behind, blending historical reverence with touristic appeal. Let's cut through the myths of Caribbean pirates. They weren't just a disorderly bunch. Many operated under rules with elected leaders. And forget about burying treasure. They usually spent their loot quickly. Now, walking the plank? That's more fiction than fact. Punishments were harsh, but not as theatrical. Despite centuries having passed, the allure of pirate lore remains. Modern treasure hunters, armed with sophisticated technology, continue the quest for sunken ships and the riches they may hold. The Caribbean seabed still guards these secrets, fueling both professional and amateur explorers' dreams of unearthing historic plunder. In today's world, piracy bears little resemblance to its historical counterpart. Gone are the swashbuckling adventurers and romanticized buccaneers. Modern piracy is a grim reality of maritime crime, with speedboats replacing galleons and ransom demands overshadowing buried treasure. This stark evolution reflects changing times and the darker side of seafaring. As the tides of history have ebbed and flowed, so too has the indelible mark of piracy been etched into the Caribbean's cultural identity. From spirited festival costumes to folk songs and tales, the swashbuckling legacy of pirates remains a vibrant part of the tapestry that makes up the Caribbean soul. While romanticized tales often portray pirates as adventurous rebels of the high seas, the reality was far less glamorous. Life was perilous, laws were ruthless, and the end often came with violent demise or the hangman's noose, a stark contrast to the charming rogue persona celebrated in popular culture. As we look to the future, the challenge remains to preserve the fascinating history of Caribbean piracy for future generations. Initiatives to protect and restore historical sites alongside digital archiving ensure that the tales of the high seas and the truths underlying the legends continue to captivate and educate. Thank you for joining us on this swashbuckling adventure through history with Spectrum Sphere. If you've enjoyed unraveling the truth behind the pirate's flag, remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps us bring more diverse discoveries to the channel. Until next time, keep exploring. And that's the tale of piracy in the Caribbean. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and give us a like if you've enjoyed our journey into the past. Have any insights or questions about pirates? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.